I was removed, kicked out of the operations lovingly by my team and my husband. You want to talk about Intervention 101?
After building and exiting multiple ventures, Randa Carrabba scaled Power Her Fit to 7 figures in under 18 months. She's now serving over 33,000 clients globally. This week, you'll learn how she helps founders build businesses that grow without them.
What is keeping founders to be the bottleneck?
Fear of hiring, fear of delegating, fear of letting go of control, fear of rejection. It's really ultimately fear that I think holds a lot of women back. Yeah. So many women come in thinking, if I want to grow more, I have to do more. And it's quite frankly the opposite. Yeah. Scaling is not about doing more.
Right.
It's actually about doing less. It's like, what can I stop doing so that it can grow and operate without me? I even see founders making $40,000, $50,000 months for over a year that are paying themselves nothing. All that ads do are expose the leaks. After working with me, your business is either going to convert so well organically that you are like, I'm good. This is sustainable and this is good. Or it's gonna be laced up so tight that you can then go put ads to this and it's not gonna have any leaks. And business is 100% living faith in action with numbers attached, with other employees and their families. And you want to talk about the parable of talents? I know I am the best in the industry at taking female founders from $10,000 to $40,000 months to $50,000 to $100,000 plus sustainable months while removing founder dependency. There is nobody in the industry better than me, and I don't care how many more millions of followers they have. The 7-figure women, the women who are already the big earners that want to hire me, you want to know something about them?
Yes. Welcome to the HBW Podcast, your front row seat to Houston's most elite and ambitious women and the blueprint behind what it actually takes to build, sustain, and lead with confidence and authority. I'm your host today, Danielle J. Martin, and today's guest doesn't just build businesses, she engineers them to scale. She's also scaled businesses to 7 figures to under 18 months, and she works with founders to remove themselves as the bottleneck of their business. She's also known to be a serial entrepreneur turned scaling architect. We're going to welcome to the show Randa Carrabba. Welcome, honey.
I'm so excited to be here.
So excited to have you here. I'm really excited to get into today's episode.
Let's do it.
I want to start with how you got to where you are today.
To be honest, God Almighty, if I'm going to say, it's all a God plan. I'm a first-generation college student. There were no entrepreneurs in my family, so there was no investor or someone behind me. It was never a plan. I actually like to kind of tell people I'm kind of like a hillbilly.
Oh my God.
Like I went to school for agriculture. I was on the judging team. Like I rodeoed. I showed livestock. And so the fact that I ended up in a retail business, then a fitness business, and now a business scaling business, it was all, quite frankly, by the grace of God. But basically, the short-term version, I was hand-making my own jewelry in college because I wanted the big chunky turquoise jewelry that all the girls wore at all the stock shows. But quite frankly, I could not afford them. So I went and outsourced the beads. I put them together, and then people wanted to start buying them from me. That started my first business that turned to retail. Struggling in retail led me to lifting up some weights to rebuild my confidence, built a fitness business, and struggles from my fitness business building 2 custom apps led me into realizing I was not the glue of my business. I was the bottleneck. I was removed, kicked out of the operations lovingly by my team and my husband. You want to talk about Intervention 101?
Let's go.
And that was God showing me how much something can scale when the founder is not the glue, i.e. the bottleneck.
Yeah, that's good. Let's dive into that. What is keeping founders to be the bottleneck? Let's dive into when you were in that position. Was it like a wake-up call? Were you kind of thrown off guard? Or was it an opportunity to say, you know what? I do actually like this lane even better.
I think, especially with women, even more so than men, I feel like women are so emotionally invested in their businesses and what they do that, quite frankly, I would have never removed myself from operations. So when I got kicked out, that was its whole like embarrassment, shame. What do I do? You're telling me to go to therapy and do journaling and Bible study. I don't understand how that's going to make me more money, right? But women are so emotionally invested that when I was no longer in that level of my business, I felt like my team and my clients would think that I did not care about them as much. And so I see a lot of women that struggle with that, to where really the deeper level is, if you care that much about them, you'll actually step out so that it can grow bigger to serve them deeper, right? Versus needing to be in it. But I think with women, the biggest issue is we're so emotionally connected to what we do.
Yeah, that's really good. So you work with a lot of female founders.
A lot of female founders.
Okay.
I've worked with over 300 in the last 2 years.
Wow. What is something that they are all struggling with that they all have in common?
Fear.
What about fear?
Oh my gosh. Fear of hiring, fear of delegating, fear of letting go of control, fear of rejection, fear of putting something out and not performing, fear of not looking successful, fear of failure. I mean, if you go on to it, it's really ultimately fear that I think holds a lot of women back in business. And then not even wanting to talk about the realities of it because we're so kind of invested in the fear. And that's just what I see from, I feel like I tell my clients when we get on a call, I'm like, you have to be so brutally honest with me. Like if you go to jail, you call me before you call anybody else. That's how honest we have to be. Because if we're really going to scale this business, that's the level of honesty it has to be. I mean, it's therapy, but it's scaling strategy, especially for women. 100%. Like men are not like that with business. They're just like, give me the numbers, tell me what to do. But it's women,
like black and white.
Women care, and we love like what we build. We love the branding that we build. We love being invested in what we build. We are more emotional, and so from the women's standpoint, that's what I would say.
What are founders focusing on that feels productive, but it's actually keeping them stuck?
Oh my gosh, so much. Like busy, doing so much versus this can be done without me, right?
Okay. Yes.
It's like outsourcing. If this can truly, like now, I don't do anything unless it's something that cannot be done by me. If it can be outsourced, it is, right? But I think so often we get caught up in doing the things that we think no one can do better than us when quite frankly, we have not systemized it.
Right.
For instance, I have truly systemized my messaging. Like my posting online is done by somebody else and not just editing. I'm talking writing, like scripting. So when you think about being able to systemize something as deep as your voice, don't tell me you can't systemize everything else except for you yourself showing up, right?
That's good.
So I think that we get caught up with doing more versus doing less. And that's what I say. Scaling is not about doing more. It's actually about doing less. It's like, what can I stop doing so that it can grow and operate without me? But so many women come in thinking, if I want to grow more, I have to do more. And it's quite frankly the opposite.
It sounds like we have a trust problem because we don't like to delegate.
Right.
So how do you encourage women to trust hiring the right person, knowing who is the right person so they can delegate, so they can show up in the position that they know they need to be in, whether it's CEO, founder, so they can delegate but it starts with trust.
It does. It does. I think this is kind of multidimensional.
Okay.
Number one, if you're going to, I have invested heavily in business mentorship in my own scaling strategist since 2020. That changed me, okay? And not so much just what I got from the mentors, and this isn't just because this is what I do, so I'm trying to sell it to you. It's half of the transformation comes from when you invest that level in yourself, okay? Because you show up differently. So that you have to trust yourself at a different level. And when you're hiring someone like that, I like to say, even if you don't trust yourself, you need to trust that person so much. Like there are women who don't yet believe they can scale, but they trust me to get them to scale. So I think that's one point. Now, when you're hiring someone who's like an employee, that's a different level of trust because you're not trusting in them for something that you can't do. Because ultimately you need to be able to lead them and show them how to do something so that it can be outsourced. What I think that comes down to is, quite frankly, for me, the last 2 hires I've made have been the best hires I've ever made. And it's from a particular agency that I have a wonderful relationship with the owner and the franchisee owner. And so just knowing how they source their talent and the fact that when you work with an agency of hiring, I don't have to handle HR. I don't have to handle all the other things. I give them what I want. They create the job description. They source all the talents to me. I've only ever hired 2 people on the spot from them because they're that good. So then all I have to do is give them what they do to where all the other back work is done by the agency. So I can focus. I feel like when there's only so much bandwidth as women, especially when we're moms.
100%.
So if you're having an employee and you have to manage her payroll, her hours, her HR, her days off, her all that other stuff, that's just energetic bandwidth that, quite frankly, doesn't have to be off of you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so when it comes to helping founders scale, some people scale, but they don't sustain.
Correct.
How do you get them to sustain?
Number one, mindset. We are going to go about this the sustainable way versus the fastest way. But hey, if you want to go do the fastest way and go burnout, then come back and you're going to trust me even more.
Yes.
That's why, for instance, I am not the ads girl. I lace up the foundation. I tell anyone who is going to work with me, after working with me, your business is either going to convert so well organically that you are like, I'm good. This is sustainable and this is good. Or it's going to be laced up so tight that you can then go put ads to this and it's not going to have any leaks. Because a lot of people want the fast track, right? So they go to ads, and all that ads do are expose the leaks in your business, in your messaging, in your content, in your sales pipeline, in your client conversions, all of it. And so I have gained some of the best clients who have gone and lost $15, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 on ads to come back and say, my foundation isn't right. And I quite frankly think that there aren't as many people in the space of let's work on the foundation because it's boring. Like it's boring. Who wants to go tighten up the foundation of your business? Who wants to take 3 steps back before you go faster? Like as entrepreneurs, we don't want to do that.
No, but I am curious, Randa, like what does the foundation look like, right?
Oh my
gosh.
What
are you focusing on?
The foundation has to be, this is the best way to explain it.
Okay.
The foundation has to be, the founder has to be able to leave for a month. Okay. Leave. And the business keep as it is and or grow without her.
Okay.
And do you know how many women cannot even get out of their businesses for 7 days? Truly, like cannot. And even if the business could somewhat, keep in there, it's going to slow down or it's not going to be as profitable or they're going to be a literal like energetic wreck inside, because they don't trust their business to run without them because it's not built to run without them. So it's systems. Everything has to be systemized. And I used to not be the systems queen, but my operations manager always has been. So I've always hired the yin to my yang. I hired her 6.5 years ago, and it came between her and another girl. And the other girl was blonde and beautiful from Dallas. And this was an African-American woman from Toronto, Canada, very opposite of me. And my husband said, you hire her. You don't hire the one like you.
Wow.
You don't hire the one that has the strengths like you. You hire the one that has that is better at your blind spots. So even though I wasn't like people tell me now, they're like, Randa, you're a systems queen. I'm like, if you only knew what it took to get here. And I feel like it came from me hiring people who were good at systems.
That's good.
For then I was able to put my visionary touch on, okay, they've systemized these parts of the business. How can I systemize the creative side of the business?
Yeah, that's good.
Hello. Oh my gosh, Emma. So our annual Women's Summit returns this September, reimagined for an unforgettable evening experience.
Wait, you're serious? Something new is on the horizon.
Y'all, you don't want to miss this event. This year, we're bringing an amazing celebration with panelists, vendors, and a mini fashion show.
Last year, over 250 women came specifically for this event. The summit's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss out. There's no FOMO on this one.
Okay, so you mentioned this very briefly, but I want to go back. Your foundation is faith.
Absolutely.
Okay, how do you balance the structure around building a business that is communicating a message, but also including faith? There's a lot of women that feel like they're on the rocks in sharing that. Why is that important to you? And how can you encourage someone else to do the same?
Well, I think for the foundation of it, even before you communicate it, you have to be convicted in it. Because if you're convicted in it, you don't even have to say the words and people just know and feel it.
That's good.
And business is 100% living faith in action with numbers attached, with other employees and their families. And you want to talk about the parable of talents and how we are given gifts to multiply. And you look at the servant that was given 5, multiplied him to 10. The servant that was given 2, multiplied him to 4. And then the servant who had 1, out of fear, hid his. And the master was so upset with him. How dare you hide that and not multiply it, right? And so before you can even communicate this type of a message, it has to be deep conviction from within. Because if it's not deep conviction from within, you will not feel so convicted to then share that energetically, if that makes sense.
100%.
Or you'll feel like, oh, well, if I share it like this, then it seems like I'm being a Bible thumper, or I'm just using this. And now I am so convicted that like, if anyone says I use faith for the wrong reasons, that's on them, not me. I lay my head down at night. God knows me and my heart. God knows what I'm doing at the end of, I heard this recently at church. It was like when those pearly gates open, it's like God is handing you your report card. And by God, I'm going to have an A+ on all of them. And I'm going to hear, well done, my good and faithful steward. And that is what I think business entrepreneurship absolutely is. If you are called to grow a business, that is a responsibility for stewardship. That is a responsibility to take what you have been given and to expand it and to give it back to God, no matter how hard it is.
You are preaching, and I'm speechless because you're like down my street. And I feel that so much. And I want to know, what is the conviction in your heart? Because I think I told you before we started recording, I'm like, when I see your social media, you're on fire. And like, you can feel it through the screen. So what was that conviction for you?
I would again say the hardships. Okay, so grew up very middle class, little Miss valedictorian, little Miss good at everything. Started my first business, scaled it to 7 figures in 25 months. So I was a little self-made millionaire by the age of 23. Wow. Coming from a middle class home, girl, I was living high on the hog. Like I think like at age 25, I was making $2 million a year. That's a lot of money for a young girl.
100%.
Let me tell you, God humbles you. After I went all the way up this ladder and I made Aggie 100, I was number 11 fastest growing business in the world of Aggie owned. And I still think I'm the youngest to date. That next year, I lost $140,000 in my business. I had to lay everybody off except for one. I had to lay off a team of 11, kept one. And it was exactly the 1 year before I got married. Stayed in that business, ended up shutting that store at the end of the year. And that's when I realized my identity was wrapped up in my success and what I did. And your identity should be who God made you to be, 100%. Not that. So I was back down low. Here I am. What am I going to do? I get married in a month. I'm going to go to the weight room. I'm going to go to the gym, rebuild my confidence. And what I learned through that is the way that I served women in retail was fun and exciting. I dressed them for engagement pictures. I dressed them for graduations and ring days, like going out on their dates, you know, like the most exciting things. But then when I got into fitness, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like you should look back some of my last clips, not a clue. And people were following little old me for fitness. And I think it was because it was relatable. Like if she's doing all this and trying to figure it out versus being the trainer, right? So I actually learned I could serve women deeper because it wasn't about their style or their size or their age. It's like wellness is all women, right? 100%. And then when I scaled that business to 7 figures in 18 months. And little old me is going to go build a custom fitness app. That 99.5% failure rate does not relate to me. They don't know me. No. They don't know the way I work.
Wow.
No, that stat is so true.
Yeah.
And I not only lived it once, my $500,000 app turned into $1.4 million. That went 6 months over, okay? By the time we finally get it launched. And I had publicly said, this is what it's going to be. I'd signed a contract. So, I mean, I was losing trust to people in my team, my coaches, my affiliates, my community, right? We get that app launched 6 months later. It has to be rebuilt from scratch. And that is when my husband and my team said, we will rebuild, but you're out. You have to go heal. Wow. And I was so broken. I was so broken. Literally, when they told me I was in therapy 3 times a week, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I was in therapy 3 times a week, and I was doing Bible study. That was my job as the founder. And I did not understand, and now I look back and I'm like, how dare I not understand? Because every aspect of my journey, there's no way I would be as good at helping women scale their businesses or as passionate or as convicted or as in it with them if I hadn't walked all of those.
100%. Can I just say thank you for being so transparent and authentic in this moment, because I feel your heart and I hear your passion, and I think you are saving even more women who are listening to this and need to know you can rebuild, you can pivot, you may fall, but God is going to pick you back up again. And so I have 2 failed businesses.
After my retail store, I tried launching my own private custom label, Randa Carrabba, the label. Did 2 launches. The first one, I made a little money. Second one, lost my ass. And then I even had a meal prep business that went alongside Power Meals. It was in business for 6 months. And that does not, it does not define me. Everything was a learning aspect that got me to where I was to be able to, quite frankly, steward and carry at this level. Because now I know those failed businesses don't define me. When I was stuck thinking that, there's no way I could serve women to the level of helping them scale their businesses. That is the ultimate responsibility.
And can you educate us on what caused the failure so women don't do this?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so when I launched Randa Carrabba, the label, where I think I failed, unfortunately, I was trying to go made in the USA, and I still stand by that. But I don't think that my clientele was at that price point because when this was, it was a lot more expensive to manufacture in the United States than outside.
Right.
So I think that I was trying to mature the brand and go a lot higher luxury, a lot higher price point than what they were used to me in retail. So I think I made that skip too fast. And then Power Meals was honestly a blessing in disguise. It was, there was a kitchen, and I knew the owner. It had been in business like 14 years, and there were 4 different meal prep companies there. So we all split the expense of like the overhead. Well, 2 of the meal prep companies were going out. So then it came down to me and the other one. Did we want to only split the expenses 2 ways? The other one didn't know. I didn't know. And quite frankly, I don't know if I guess we can say, like, looking and paying attention to what the food costs have done in the past couple years, I would have been literally working for free and or having to sell $17 meal prep meals just because of the cost. So I do think that God was kind of protecting me in that. And also I think that I needed to be able to face a little more humble pie of saying, I tried this, it did not succeed. Hey, it may work out again in the future, but not right now.
I love
and I'm
that.
not tied to that result. Like my identity, my worth in growing and scaling businesses. Like I'm a scaling architect and I've had 2 failed businesses. It does not define me.
And you rebuilt yourself to where you are today.
You do.
And you are now surpassing that.
100%.
It sounds like. Okay, I want to get into your other business, Iconic Academy. Yes. Okay, so you help women structure their foundation.
Yes.
But it also sounds like you help them with their offers and their systems and things like that. Okay, take us behind the scenes of the framework. What does a woman need to have in place in order to scale?
Yes.
But first, before getting to scale, systemize.
Okay. So mine is basically, I have the Iconic Scaling System. It starts with a foundational layer, and then there are 6 pillars to the actual system. The foundational layer is dream buyer architecture. We are building out this entire business for one dream buyer. And you know what that takes getting over?
What?
Vanity metrics on social media. We are not creating for the masses.
Yeah.
We are not creating for popularity. We are not creating to go viral. We are creating to speak to her. Who, quite frankly, is probably never going to like or comment on our post because she feels so connected and invisible, but she's going to buy. We are building for her. So that is the foundational layer. And when I say we go into dream buyer architecture, I'm talking deep ICP level. Like I know what this woman thinks, fails, is scared of, doesn't want to be seen doing. I know, like when people are like, well, no one's engaging on your content. I'm like, they're buying. My girl can't even keep up in the DMs with the setting. And I think, unfortunately, so many women are not, number one, I don't think they know how to speak to one dream buyer that deeply. And even if they do, you have to have this deep relationship of knowing I am here to serve her, not to look some type of way for me. Right?
That's
so
good.
that's the foundation of it. That's the first thing. If we don't have this thing built out and laced up for one buyer, it is not going to magnetize or scale the way it can. Exactly. Exactly.
Good.
Now, I do think there maybe are still some businesses that do that, but that is not the way that I teach or scale my businesses or any of my clients. Then we go into the 6 pillars of the Iconic Scaling System. Number 1 is scale-ready offer. Is the offer even built and priced to actually scale? Is it optimized for the scale? Because people think they want more, but I'm like, if you had 100 more clients sign up overnight.
Are you ready?
Can you hold that? Or is that more pressure? Is that more operational chaos? Is that, how are we going to handle this? Because the worst thing is you pray for this growth in this business and God gives it to you and you find out your business is not even ready for it.
You're
because
preaching.
Then you've done all this work to get them and you can't even serve them. And I don't care, service, product, solution, education, personal brand, this is foundational across all industries.
So good.
So we go to the scale ready offer, we're optimizing our pricing. And do you know how many women are underpriced and over delivering?
Yeah, I already know.
So much more than men. And then I try to say, this is where we have to be for profit. And then, these are my loyal customers. These were this, or that. And I have to say, girlfriend,
give us the tough love.
If you don't change these prices, you will have nothing to serve those loyal customers within a year because you will be out of business.
Yeah.
And that's just reality. Like, I see so many founders, and it's not even just a numbers game. I even see founders making $40,000, $50,000 months for over a year that are paying themselves nothing. That is burnout in disguise. Yeah. So it's either the pricing of the offer or it's the operation setup of how the business model is behind that offer, right? So that is pillar number 1 on my scaling strategy. Pillar number 2 is authority positioning. Category of one. We are not any option, we are the option.
Yes.
I know I am the best in the industry at taking female founders from $10,000 to $40,000 months to $50,000 to $100,000 plus sustainable months while removing founder dependency. There is nobody in the industry better than me, and I don't care how many more millions of followers they have. I know that, I'm convicted by it, and I know my specialty little niche, and that is authority positioning.
Yeah.
But it's also conviction, right?
Yeah.
So I make sure that my clients' brands are positioned like that, because you can take the same product, just reposition it, and it's instantly worth 100% more.
Yeah.
Right? It's like take this same beautiful studio, okay, and go put it in Los Angeles. What's it worth? Just because of the reposition or the package, right?
Yeah.
So that's step 2 is authority positioning. I want people to know, like, you're not an option, you are the option. I had a client literally today that was like, they're not seeing the value of $1,500 a month. They're saying they can go at $850 a month. And I go, where else are they going to go? There is no one else that serves them the way that you do. And if you think someone else competes with you, then go find them.
Yeah.
Because they'll be back in a week or two to say, what I want doesn't exist because I am a category of one. I am literally, my positioning and what I do is truly category of one.
Yeah.
Because then you stop competing, okay? So phase 3 is my icon method messaging. Okay. This is where you are systemizing your message. And I'll tell you, systemizing my messaging made me a better speaker, made me more in tune with my Christianity, made me more in tune with my purpose. Because when you have to get so clear in the message you are sharing with the world to where someone else can say it for you, you got to do some deep dive and work.
Yeah.
And the way that my icon method messaging is built on, it's built on buyer psychology. It's built on internal mirroring. It's built on all the things that we're already navigating because those things can be systemized.
Right.
Step 4 is the content engine, and that is powered by my revenue runway framework and my icon intelligence.
Yeah.
Someone can take a basic ass chat GPT and they can prompt stack it for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. They will never get the output of the frameworks of the 20 years of experience I have put into mine. That's number 4. Number 5 is the sales system. This is where sales need to be able to happen without the founder. The founder has to be able to, again, walk away for 30 days and sales need to be able to grow without the founder.
Yeah.
If not, it's not scalable.
Yeah.
It's founder dependent. And then number 6 is automation and expansion in terms of leadership, because it's not only a foundational problem in terms of structure, it's a leadership capacity at the foundation. And we have to remove the founder as the dependent.
Yes.
If you've been watching this show, I'm sure you're wondering, I have a story to tell. Well, guess what? We want to hear it.
The HBW Podcast and magazine are looking for Houston women who are building something, leading something, and creating something. So business owners, corporate leaders, creatives, if your story has your blueprint on it, then there's a seat at the table for you.
That's right. If you know that visibility is your next level, a part of your strategy, and you want to showcase your story, your business, this is an opportunity for you to join and share that. Go ahead and find that link in the description below. Now, let's get back to today's episode.
I love that you broke this down so detailed, and I hope everyone was taking notes. If not, you just have to go back and rewatch that part. But okay, tell me, how long is the runway to take someone from step 1 to step 6?
Okay, yes. So I have 2 different offers.
Okay.
I have literally, it's called my one-on-one CEO intensive. It is 90 minutes of your time. I do the rest. We meet for 45 minutes.
Okay.
I extract everything out of you and your business. I tell you what all I need to gather after that.
And you build it.
And then I build it. And then we meet on 45 minutes on the other side so I can present it to you on a silver platter.
Yes.
And so you can go, oh my God, this is the best money I've ever spent.
Yes.
This would have taken me years to figure out, if even ever, right? And the reason why I tell my ladies that I meet with them on the 45 minutes, I could easily just send that over and say, here's everything on a silver platter.
Right.
But number 1, I want to make sure we're aligned, and I have yet to miss.
Yeah.
I have yet to miss.
I can tell.
But I follow back up just to see the wow, just to I think maybe 2 times ago, my last 2 clients ago, she messaged me the next morning and she said, I need you to know I have never slept so good in my life. I have a weight lifted off of my shoulders that I woke up at 6:15 in the morning excited for my business because I have a plan. I know exactly what to do. It doesn't feel like it's so heavy on me anymore. You are able to extract everything I've been thinking, but put it in an organized manner that is the exact implementation steps I need to do. And that's what I tell them. I'm like, you don't need to be sitting in something singing Kumbaya once a week at this thing trying to figure it out and piece it together. 90 minutes of the founder's time, and it's a quick sprint. And it's about 5 to 6 hours of my time on a build out to plug it into everything and present it to them.
And that's one offer.
That's one offer.
What's the other one?
The other is my 6-month or 12-month mastermind. Because once I hand you everything, then what has to be done?
We have to build it out.
We have to implement.
Yeah.
So the implementation is alongside me. That's me and your business twice a week, as well as access to me and my team in a Slack channel. And I'm always responsive there within 24 to 48 hours. So it's proximity to me. So that while the scaling, while the build out, while the implementation is actually happening, because you'll have the plan, but implementation has to happen. And there are going to be different things that come up when you're implementing.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 offers.
I love this. Okay. So I'm sure you're familiar with some women who are making money, right? But they still feel like, and you probably already answered this, but they still feel like they're starting over. Why is that?
Because the foundation isn't strong enough.
And
they don't trust. They know they're hearing this right now.
Yeah.
And they're saying, I can't go to Bali for a month. I'll come back and there will be no business.
Yeah.
Or even worse, I'm a business owner and I can't afford to go to Bali. And that's just the reality. And I'm not shaming anybody.
Right.
I have walked those paths. But the thing is, again, it's the unsexy stuff. It's taking steps back that we don't want to. It's the foundational lace-up work. Believe me, what I sell, like people would much rather hear, go take the fast track to ads where you can 10 times ROAS, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You got to lace up the foundation. So that's what I think it is. And they know that. Like they know it's broken. They know it needs to be fixed. But you're at this place that because it's founder dependent, them stepping back to fix the foundation when they're the engine, the system, the one that drives everything, what's that going to do? It's like we operationally can't.
Yeah. One thing I'm also feeling too that I think a lot of women struggle with is confidence, right? Yes. How did you get to a space where you can show up and say that I'm the number one category in my industry? I'm the number one person. You won't find anyone else like me. Like, what did you have to do to get to that space?
Multidimensional. First off, I'll tell you why I know I'm the best, because I care. I don't care what it takes. When I say I have a 2 times ROI, I'm going to figure it out. When you invest in me, we're figuring this out. And so I know that I am going to provide. I know that I'm going to follow through. And I get to control that, right? So that is one level of my confidence of me saying I know I'm the best. Are there people who maybe have better frameworks? Maybe. Or maybe they can get you there faster. I just called out Alex Hormozy. He can probably 10 times you where I can 5 times you, but guess what? You're not gonna be up at 4 a.m. and you're gonna be spending sweet, slow mornings with your children, and you're not gonna be burnt out if you come to me. It's gonna be sustainable. So it's which one is your way, right? The other aspect of confidence is, again, I have been public. Like I even saw that y'all are gonna ask me, what's something no one knows about you? I'm like, I don't know. I've literally shared everything on the internet. But I think that I've publicly walked shutting my store. I've publicly walked the app failure. I've publicly walked Randa Carrabba, the label, and Power Meals. And you know, it's like the things that you're so fearful of. I face them all publicly. And you know what so also that is? It's freedom. It's like, go find a skeleton in my closet. Baby girl, I put it out there.
Just like I've done it all.
Yeah, and so when you get to that place, there's no fear. There's nothing hidden that would block my confidence.
100%.
But also, I follow through. I follow through. Like, there's no way I could be. I had a founder who was a 60-year-old man doing about $26 million a year recently asked me. He said, I need you to prove to me that your businesses so-called can actually run without you. Because PowerFit doesn't even run with me. Like, it runs without me. And that's proof of purchase as to why you should hire me. Because a lot of gurus just teach you something that don't actually live it, right? And so you know what I told him? I said, sir, with all due respect, I became a pro bodybuilder last year. And he's like, the hell does that have to do with your businesses? And I'm like, everything. That is one of the toughest, most regimented, most gruesome like environments to step into. That stage doesn't lie. You can't take a day off of meal prep or training, like not a day from your plan.
You have to be disciplined.
So disciplined. And so if I am running 2 businesses that are so time heavy and me doing it all, and I'm a mom, there is no way a bodybuilding stage is happening, much less at the competitive level.
Are you finding that people are also struggling with asking for help because they feel like everyone is offering the same thing, everyone is doing the exact same thing? What makes you so different? You've named thousands of reasons of like what makes you so different, but I'm just curious from your point of view, can you speak to someone who has that mindset around?
The woman that I can help so deeply that has this issue, it's actually a little bit different. She's got pride, and I used to have it too.
Okay.
I was in my young 20s. I built a 7-figure business. Young single woman, don't need no help from nobody. I'm independent. I built this business.
I don't need you.
I don't need you because I'm so capable. I'm so high caliber. I so make it happen. I so follow through that your strength also became your weakness. You are the engine. You are your best employee. You're your best everything. And I used to think that and believe that too. And I still, in a lot of ways, am. But I actually grow my team to be better at those things than me. Ultimately, I think that's leadership. So I think it comes this new level of leadership of going, I'm going to let pride aside. Because even though I am so good, I'm actually called to build something so much bigger than me that it doesn't matter how great I am. If I can't build it bigger than me and to expand greater than me and to still be going generationally after me, who cares how great I am? So I just see a lot of pride and that also then comes into like, I'm not going to ask for help.
Right. Let's talk to the 7-figure woman who is at that space and she's still trying to. Why are you making that face at me?
I got this.
Okay. What would you say to her who feels like she's trying to unlock and get past that phase and scale even further, but she's still stuck? What do you say to her?
Hey guys, we wanted to just interrupt this episode to let you know that our annual Women's Summit is coming back this September. You're not going to want to miss it because we're going to have an elevated experience where we're going to be featuring speakers, C-suite women, executives, business owners, and also vendors and a fashion show, you guys. You're not going to want to miss it. Go ahead and grab your tickets today. You can find that link in the description below.
The 7-figure women, the women who are already the big earners that want to hire me, you want to know something about them?
Yes.
They fill out my application at 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning. They're not sleeping. Then, when I follow up to them, oh no, I don't need your help. Not yet.
No way.
Or quiet. It's almost like I got caught that I needed this help. And now I'm back into the grind. I'm back into my normal, so I don't need that help. And I'm not saying all of them. But I'll tell you, people who are at a lower place, it's like, here's the best way to describe it. I have a real estate client, and she's literally just condensed all of what she did in 2025 in the first 3 months of this year. Absolutely incredible. But she serves her first-time home buyers so well. And she explained it to me. She said, everybody wants to be in luxury, but the luxury buyer can have a little bit of entitlement, right? Not all of them, but a lot of them do. She's like, that first-time home buyer, they are so grateful. They're so happy. I serve them so well, and they go tell everybody about me.
They're easy.
And people are not competing for the first-time home buyer. So it's like the same for me. When I can take someone from $20,000 to $50,000 months, that's so life-changing for them. They're like, oh my gosh.
It's
but
easy.
But when you're a 7-figure earner, you have made it. You have. So it gets even harder that even when you fill out and say, I want this help, you retract it sometimes. And it's like you got caught. And I'll follow up my DMs saying, hey girl, you filled this out at 2 a.m. Where we at? And not knocking it. Like, no, I've been there.
But it's like they're exposing where they are. 100%. I'm following. That's so good.
Yep.
But it still sounds like a pride issue.
It is.
Going back to what you just said.
It is. It's what is the ultimate goal? Because if you're happy at 7 figures, right, then that's good. But if we're at 7 figures, but it's draining us, we can't step away. We feel like the business will crumble without us. What the hell is Randa talking about going to Bali for a month? Like, there's no way that would happen without me. Or even if it could, I got too much pride, too much ego. I am in this, right? I'm the glue. No, you're the bottleneck. And you get to decide the success level.
100%.
So maybe you're good with 7 figures. And I do think that we can get at this more and more and more level, like always chasing the number, to where now with me, it's not about chasing the number, it's chasing, number one, like the freedom, the margin. How much more can I outsource?
Yeah.
That's the actual game for me, right?
What did you have to unlearn to get there?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I was so hard-headed I wouldn't unlearn it. God.
I didn't mean to expose you even more.
Yeah, no, that's
kidding.
good. I mean, if I'm being honest,
I'm
it's probably
curious.
speaking to these women too.
No,
I wasn't going to
literally.
unlearn it. God had to kind of rip some stuff from me.
Yeah.
I had to go through some public failures. I had to walk some ugly stuff, be forced to unlearn it because I was not going to go unlearn it myself.
Yeah. You have to go through your own wilderness.
Yep.
My God. We all have to go through that. Me, myself, yeah. It's interesting when you hold on to something and you kind of mentally tell God that, like, I got it. Like, I'm good. And it's like, oh, do you?
Do you?
Okay.
Show me.
We'll see, you know? Okay, this is really good. I'm learning so much. Okay, we have to get to the fun part of our segment where I'm going to ask you rapid fire questions in 30 seconds. But, okay, what's one thing you'd stop doing immediately in a business? One thing you would stop doing.
Posting more of stuff that's not converting. If it's not converting, why in the hell are we posting more of it? Stop it right away. Fix it.
Really good. What's one skill you learned fast to grow?
Resilience.
You're the second person that said that today. Okay. What's one thing many people don't know about you?
I was thinking this. I'm like, literally
Wait,
everything.
I
I have the same birthday as Jessica Simpson.
How cool.
It's kind of a fun one.
Okay, here's another question. What podcasts or books are you reading right now?
The Bible. I even said earlier, I was telling Abby on the way here, you know, because now I'm on with my bodybuilding prep.
Yes.
It's like, go get your walk time in. And I ran into another mom the other day, and she said, so what are you listening to on your walks?
Yeah.
I said, the birds chirp in my prayer time. I create so much that I need quiet, still time with the Lord and my thoughts. I don't need more noise inside. I know who I am. Not saying I don't consume media, but I have to be so intentional with that quiet time to be so in tune with what he's calling me to do, with, you know, the platform he's given me and those that I'm called to serve, that I have to have that time. And when you're a mom and a business owner, I feel like that is my quiet time. So typically, maybe when I'd be listening to podcasts, I'm listening to the birds chirp.
Wow. Okay, last question. I know we have to go. What is your morning routine like in your nighttime routine?
Oh my gosh, I very chaotic, to be honest. Yeah,
Okay.
It's not as systemized as my business.
Okay. It's not as like sexy or anything?
No, it's not. I'm one of those people that I'm like, I get it, right? But also, I have a 5-year-old. I like to sleep. I'm on bodybuilding prep. I'm like such a proponent of sleep.
Yeah.
Like if I can sleep
like
in and I'm
8
sleeping
hours?
good, at least.
Okay.
At least. So I will sleep in and not get dressed, and you'll see me on Instagram in just my workout attire and no makeup because I got a good night's sleep. So I'm probably not the morning person to ask, to be honest.
It's okay. Are you working out every day, obviously,
Yes.
now, because you're training?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're working out every day. How long?
Well, I don't lift every day. I lift 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay, but you work out daily.
Yes, 6 days a week I do at least like movement. But my cardio is literally just walking with a weighted vest. It's not high intensity.
Can you talk about the importance around moving your body?
So much.
Because
mental health. I mean, even just like when I get in a funk at work, even just not even the movement, but getting outside for like the vitamin D, or like
Touching
I
the
said,
grass.
listen to the birds chirp to get away from all the media for a little bit before I get back into it.
Yeah.
Like just a reset, right?
Wow.
Absolutely. But here's one more thing. You were asking about the foundation, and I don't ever like to go too far like this, but
I like to. Come on.
women are building businesses in bodies that cannot sustain it.
That is a whole word. Can we unpack really quick?
Yep.
What does that mean? Are you relating to their health?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't want to go too far to shame
go
anybody.
ahead. 100%.
But when we're burnt out, we're exhausted, we're not taking time to strength train, to work out, to rest, to recover for all those things.
Yeah.
We may be chasing and getting these 7 figures that we want, but if our body can't sustain it, our body is our ultimate wealth.
Yeah.
It is.
So good.
And that is the vessel that you are going to provide and grow from.
100%.
So I do feel like a lot of women, I'm so busy, and they put that on the back burner when that should not be put on the back burner. Because when you keep your promises to yourself there,
Yes.
then you just perform higher in every other single level.
Yeah.
Like when I say I am working out or doing this bodybuilding show,
Yeah.
between me and God and everybody, I'm showing up. And then when I show up at that level for my workouts, you know, I was done with my workout by 7 a.m. I'm ready to tackle the freaking day, right? That's not every day, because some days I sleep in. That's why I don't have a morning routine. But I'm just saying, when you keep those promises to yourself, then you have the confidence, because you know, I keep the promises to myself and I follow through.
I love it. We're going to have you back.
Let's do
it.
What?
I learned so much. I feel like I have my own like consult right now. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Literally. If you are interested in learning more about Randa and her business, go ahead and reach out to her today. We're going to put all of her links in the description below. In the meantime, you guys, please subscribe to our channel, and come back next week because we have more coming up. We'll see you next time.